Hey, what's happening guys? This is Shukesh once again. Today I for you the full in-depth review of the Samsung Galaxy J5 Prime, which is priced at 15,000 rupees, that is approximately 220 US dollars. And as I discussed on the unboxing video, this smartphone looks and feels extremely premium. J5 Prime is by far the best looking smartphone under 15,000 rupees. I'm extremely happy Samsung came up with this new design. It's unibody metal, weighs 143 gram and the thickness is 8.1 millimeter. Overall, if you want a stylish smartphone, this Galaxy J5 Prime is a great phone to buy, especially the black variant. It's the only Samsung smartphone under 15K with a fingerprint sensor, LED notification light, and the location of the loudspeaker is the best. Even the rear camera is not protruding, so I really love this design. The back is nicely matte finished and the edges are curved, so the handling of this phone is the best. Especially 5-inch screen size is perfect for one-handed uses. The fingerprint sensor works almost every time and it's also extremely fast. Works from any angle you try and sometimes it even bypasses the lock screen. Now, as I just shown you, the loudspeaker is actually on the side of the phone and the quality of this loudspeaker is also nice. It's louder than On 8 and J7 2016, though it could be better. As usual, this Samsung mid-range lacks the ambient light sensor, so no auto brightness possible. You get this outdoor mode for better sunlight legibility. Well, the next thing I want to talk about is the ear speaker. It's not that much loud actually, just okay, not great. And as you can see, there is no front facing camera flash. The front camera on this phone is 5 megapixel and the rear camera shoots 13 megapixel images. I will talk more about the camera later. The micro USB port is OTG enabled, that is you can attach your keyboard, mouse, USB flash drive with an OTG cable. The SIM card 2 slot is not hybrid, so you can install 2 nano SIM cards and a micro SD card up to 256 gig into this Samsung Galaxy J5 Prime. Now unfortunately there is no magnetometer and gyroscope on this smartphone, so if you are into VR gaming you cannot actually play games, enjoy 360-degree videos, so keep this in mind. In addition to this, there is no NFC on this smartphone as well. Now let's compare this smartphone with some of its competitors. Let's start with its bigger brother Galaxy J7 Prime, which sports a 5.5 inches Full HD screen, 3GB of RAM, octa-core CPU compared to quad-core on the J5 Prime. The front camera is 8 megapixel compared to 5. The battery is 3300 mAh, whereas J5 Prime sports 2400 mAh battery. The price is just 3000 rupees more, so looks like the J7 Prime is a more value for money device. Next I have the Galaxy On 8. First of all, there is no fingerprint sensor. The display glass is not 2.5D, which looks great on the J5 Prime. There is front camera flash. The back cover is removable, that is the battery is user replaceable, and of course the display is 5.5 inches Full HD Super AMOLED. There you have the Redmi Note 3, which is around 3000 rupees cheaper, and the design is very close to J5 Prime, but the CPU GPU on this smartphone is much better. The camera is better on the J5 Prime. I also have the Motorola Moto G4 Plus, which is priced at exactly 15,000 rupees, but the performance is better. The camera, battery are also slightly better on the Moto G4 Plus. But again, the J5 Prime is a very compact smartphone suitable for everyday normal uses. This 5-inch screen resolution is 720p with 294 ppi, which is not bad at all. The color rendering and sharpness are really nice, but the viewing angles and the brightness of this screen are not as good as Super AMOLED you have on the On 8, the J7 and J5 2016. Now interestingly, though the screen size is easily accessible with one hand, Samsung included the one-handed screen option, that is you can shrink the whole display to your right or left just by triple tapping the home button. As I mentioned before, you have a 2400 mAh lithium-ion non-user replaceable battery, and the battery backup on this Galaxy J5 Prime is actually decent. I'm getting at least one full day on normal to heavy uses, 1.5 day maybe if you are not a heavy user, and I didn't face any kind of overheating issue on this smartphone, which is a common issue nowadays, especially for Chinese branded devices. The Moto G4 overheats in the camera mode. So in the battery department, the J5 Prime is actually a decent device to buy. You have some battery modes, like you can reserve some amount of battery for calling purpose only, and you can even extend the battery life up to double the time using these three different options. Calls can be forwarded when the phone is off. You also have this app power saving, that is, if any application is not being used for more than 3 days, it will be set to save power. You must be familiar with the power saving and ultra power saving mode. Just 10% battery level can provide up to 3 or even 4 hours of battery backup. So this is the benefit of getting a Samsung smartphone. You have so many software features, making it a true smartphone. But before I show you the software features, let's talk about the performance of the phone, especially gaming. On this 15,000 rupees phone, you have a quad-core processor with 1.43 GHz clock speed, but don't forget that you have a 720p screen, so the performance of the phone is not bad as it seems. The GPU is Mali T720, and I will talk more about the graphics performance in the gaming part. The RAM on this phone is 2GB and the storage is 16GB. Let me also show you the sensors you have on this phone. I have already uploaded a gaming review on this J5 Prime, check the description below for the link. The AnTuTu Benchmark 6 result is 36,060, which is basically a mediocre score. Let me compare it side by side with the On 8. As you can see, the score is better on the On 8 with 46,191, and Moto G4 Plus secured 46,926, especially the 3D score is much better. Now, despite having an octa-core CPU, the score on the J7 Prime is very close. Last but not the least, here I have the Redmi Note 3 with 67,678 score. The 3D score is over 18,000, much better than that the J5 Prime. Thanks to the Snapdragon 650 chipset, the Redmi Note 3 is by far one of the best gaming phones under 15,000 rupees. On 3D Mark Gamers Benchmark, the scores are again mediocre, so don't expect your Galaxy J5 Prime to handle most of the graphics intensive games on the Play Store. I have tried a couple of games. Most of these games are playable, but there is considerable frame drop on Asphalt 8 and Nova 3. Brothers in Arms 3 is not even playable. Other games like Dead Trigger 2, Modern Combat 5 are easily playable on this phone, and you can also play Asphalt 8 in medium graphics. On the user interface, I have no complaints actually. The interface seems very smooth. The applications take some time to open, but it's okay. There is no abnormal lag, hiccup or freezing issue on this J5 Prime so far. The RAM on this phone is, as you know, 2GB. The free memory usually is around 700 or 800 MB, so the multitasking capability of this smartphone is not good. I have made a comparison in between J5 and J7 Prime, discussed about the RAM management, so check the description below for the link. Well, as you know, this smartphone sports a 13 megapixel rear camera and 5 megapixel front camera. I think this is the best camera phone you can buy under 15,000 rupees. Especially the autofocusing speed is really awesome. It's surprisingly better than that the J7 Prime and very close to the face detection autofocus of the Moto G4 Plus. Macro focusing is also very sharp, images are very clear, and as usual you have a bunch of camera modes including this beauty face, which enables you to make your face slim with big eyes and smooth skin tone. You also have sound and shot, sports, pro mode, which are extremely handy. The front camera is also good, though the maximum aperture is f2.2, unlike the On 8, J7 Prime, J7 2016 having f1.9 aperture. You can take selfies using this gesture as well. Now it's time to talk about the image quality. These are some samples from the rear camera, and as you can see, the sharpness of the images are excellent for a smartphone in this price category. The color rendering is also almost accurate, no oversaturation like Moto G4 or the Redmi Note 3. The details are also extremely clear, the dynamic range is quite good, and the maximum aperture of the lens is f1.9, which is again excellent. Overall, I'm extremely happy with the camera of Galaxy J5 Prime. These are some front camera samples, and though the image quality is decent, it's sometimes overexposed. The details are not clear, but again, it's a front camera, and for a device in this price category, it's one of the best. It's, I think, better than your Redmi Note 3 and Moto G4 Plus. Now compared to Galaxy J7 Prime and Galaxy On 8, well, Galaxy J5 Prime offers better autofocusing, macro focusing is also more accurate. Now as far as video quality is concerned, as you can see, both cameras capture exactly the same quality video with same exposure, same color. The still images are also almost identical, so there is basically no difference at all on the rear camera of J7 and J5 Prime. Now you might have noticed this video is in 4K, so I request you to watch at least this part in full resolution to get a better idea. Both cameras are equally awesome. Samsung makes the best camera phones in the mid-range category.
Hey, what is up guys, this is Shukesh once again, and you are watching a video sample from the all-new Samsung Galaxy J5 Prime, and it's recording in Full HD.
This is the raw video sample from the rear camera of Galaxy J5 Prime, and you can pause anywhere and check the video quality. This sample is also uploaded into my channel, so check that out. Now this Samsung smartphone packs lots of software features. I have already shown you the one-handed screen option, which you can enable by triple tapping the home key. You can double tap for the camera, and this works anytime, even when the phone is password locked, so it's a very handy feature. You can also triple tap the power key to send SOS messages to your friends and family when you are in danger. An SOS message with your location, images captured by the front and rear cameras, and also an audio recording will be sent to your emergency contact numbers you have set. Next, you have Secure Folder, which enables you to maintain a separate and secret profile on your smartphone. You can add system and third-party applications here. Whatever you do here won't really affect your original applications. For example, this image won't show up on your gallery. There is another application preloaded which consists of 3 different options, including Secure Folder. You can lock and hide your applications with a password which can be different from your secure folder or your unlocking password, and you can even set fingerprints for this. Your Wi-Fi connection can be secured with encryption as well. Now with this J5 Prime you get 15 GB of Samsung Cloud storage free of cost. Just go to your settings menu and Samsung Cloud to set this up. To enable one-handed screen feature I have shown you, you have to visit advanced features and check one-handed operation. There is also smart alert, that is, when your device is resting on the table, if you pick it up, the phone will vibrate when you have pending notifications. Easy mute enables you to silence the ringtone just by flipping the phone. There is also a bike mode for the bikers and ultra data saving mode, which can save up to 50% of your browsing and downloading data. I will try to upload a separate video demonstrating the software features, the tips and tricks on this J5 Prime, so make sure you are subscribed. We are almost at the end of this full review, and overall this J5 Prime seems like a decent device for the price of 15,000 rupees, especially if you are looking for a very compact and stylish smartphone with premium features like fingerprint sensor, good camera, battery, etc. But if you are into hardcore gaming, better avoid this smartphone. Go for the J7 2016, which is by far the best gaming phone from Samsung in mid-range category. The Galaxy On 8 is also not a gaming phone, so consider all of this before getting your smartphone. There are so many options, so it's easy to get confused. That's all in this review. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Shukesh Banik signing off. Don't forget to subscribe and keep in touch.